Another YouTube related story. You may have seen this floating around, Will, on social media. People YouTubers stressing about YouTube potentially deducting U.S. taxes from creators who don't live in the U.S. People were stressing.
That's us.
Are we creators that don't live in the U.S.?
That's us. Yep.
Yeah, no, I was never worried. I was never worried about it.
No?
No, I saw everybody stressing, and it was like, I saw some people stressing and then deleting their stress because they realized what they had just done. It's a fun little tweet to put out there. Like, it's obviously got some heat on it because it's like, you know, YouTube, big YouTube change, and it's going to hurt the creator. You know, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I need more sponsors,
salacious.
whatever else. I mean, we'll take more sponsors, but, you know.
Yeah.
But in reality, this is just a stipulation here to, like, clean up your paperwork. That's the reality of it, right?
For tax reasons.
At least for us in Canada, let's put it that way.
Okay.
For us in Canada, we have paperwork. There's a tax treaty, but like many countries have such a thing. And so you don't get double taxed. And so really what YouTube put out, the message, I'm going to read the message. We're reaching out because Google will be required to deduct U.S. taxes from payments to creators outside the U.S. later this year, as early as June 2021. Over the next few weeks, we'll be asking you to submit your tax info in AdSense to determine the correct amount of taxes to deduct, if any apply. If your tax info isn't provided by May 31st, 2021, Google may be required to deduct up to 24% of your total earnings worldwide. But they're saying here, if your tax info isn't provided. In other words, if you haven't proved that you don't have any residence in the U.S., that you shouldn't be taxed in the U.S., and that you don't live in a place with a tax treaty with the U.S., then we're going to deduct the thing. So actually, I didn't even receive the email because I think my paperwork is already figured out.
Yeah.
I believe it's already submitted.
Okay.
Can you believe I'm not organized? I mean, it doesn't even make any sense.
Well, just look at your paycheck from Google in, I don't know, a couple months. See if there's a deduction.
Yeah, where would they actually, that's interesting. Where would they even showcase that deduction? Would it be right inside of your analytics, or would it come after the fact? That's a curious one as well. But judging from the fact that there hasn't been an email sent my way, I highly doubt that there's any problem. I can't speak for absolutely every country as far as what type of paperwork you need. I know the form that we need here. I presume there's something similar where you live. I would not panic at the moment. But this is not YouTube specific, guys. This is this is the U.S. government, or at least the IRS.
Yeah.
They want their tax money. And so if they can get it, and you're a target, and your stuff is not together, then they're gonna deduct it.
Creator tax.
There's actually an example here on a Google support page. An example: a creator in India earns $1,000 in revenue from YouTube in the last month. Of the $1,000 in total revenue, their channel generated $100 from U.S. viewers. If the creator doesn't submit tax info, the final deduction is $240 because the withholding tax rate, if you don't submit a form, is up to 24%. If the creator submits tax info and claims a treaty benefit, then the final tax deduction is $15. This is because India and the U.S. have a tax treaty relationship that reduces the tax rate to 15% of earnings. Now, what's important here is, as you can see, Will, even in the case that the correct amount has not been submitted, it only applies to the U.S. viewership. So okay, wait, let me just rephrase that. You have supplied the correct tax info, and you do have a treaty, your country has a treaty, some kind of treaty with the United States, that withholding tax is still only applied to the viewers you got from the U.S. And in this case, on $1,000 would equate to $15 in total tax if $100 was generated from U.S. viewers. If the creator submits tax info but is not eligible for a tax treaty, the final tax deduction is $30. This is because the tax rate without a tax treaty is 30% of earnings from viewers in the U.S. Yeah, I think we're okay in Canada.
Okay.
I think we're going to keep doing this show.
Sure.
I think Lou Later has a bright future, thanks to our wonderful audience.